we have to compete with that. So I improve myself. And one of my friends sitting there, he also spent me my 3 years in diploma also. So this is my golden days to spending this 3 years in this colleges. And I completed my diploma in 2019 from this college. I got a first rank in Maharashtra in civil BTech. So this college learned me a lot. So from my life journey, from my education journey and all. Thank you.
Thank you. And that was really a good speech indeed. And with that, we will complete our table topics round for today. Now, the only thing that I wanted to tell you is thank you so much, all the guests who have come forward. And table topic round helps us to recreate the memories, probably. So we brain brush ourselves, and we are here to recreate memories into our words. So please don't miss the opportunity to join our club. Thank you so much.
Take hand, take hand. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. A round of applause to Toastmaster Parita for that fantastic session of table topics. Thanks a lot. It was like the topics were such that, and the speakers were also fantastic. They were giving that one message. I learned pivoting. In first instance, I did not understand what he was saying. That is my weakness with words. They have several meanings, and then I focused and then I understood what he was trying to say. Simplicity of ideas was prevalent in all the topics. So thanks a lot, Toastmaster Parita. You brought really small, simple topics. Thanks a lot. Now moving on with the theme, the third element, the idea should be concrete. So how many of you have heard the name, not name, let's directly go to the fables. If I say the grapes are sour, you understood the whole story? That's the power of fable. And that was invented 2,500 years ago. Who invented it? Anyone knows? Who wrote that fable? You just, exactly, yes, sir. And he was a slave. Imagine, such a talented person. And not one, he invented several. One bird in hand, better than everyone knows. And it's not that in India, it's across the world in their own language with some words here and there, everyone uses them. That's the power of concreteness. You say one thing, just one. So the story of fox, it was thirsty, it was in a grapeyard and saw some grapes, started jumping, couldn't find till last attempt, and then said, they must be sour. Let's go. Yeah, the whole concreteness of idea comes really forth. And that's how we still remember after 2,500 years. Next is credible. We always say, tell personal anecdote. Why? Because of bringing credibility to your speech, to your idea. And that's what Chip and Dan Heath also say, bring credibility. I'll quickly tell a story and then we'll go to the next section of the meeting. So there are two people who invented the medicine of ulcer, and they were interns. Nurse, one person was nurse, another was intern, and they fought the war for 10 years with all other experts. And finally, in 2005, they got the Nobel Prize for their invention, the medicine that they created, the antibacteria, and that's how. Why they fought? Because the credibility was not behind them. They did not have years of experience or degrees. With this, let's go to the general evaluation section, and I invite general evaluator of the day, Toastmaster Aditya. Oh, sorry, I forgot. Sorry, general evaluator, we'll take 5 minutes break and then I'll invite you. I completely forgot about the break. Yeah, so lost.
टाइमिंग रिपोर्ट अगर बोलना है तो करने से पहले टाइमिंग रिपोर्ट अगर करना है तो
ओके 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 हाँ हाँ पहले टाइमिंग रिपोर्ट आदित्य पहले टाइमिंग रिपोर्ट स्पीकर इवैल्यूएटर का टाइमिंग रिपोर्ट टेबल टॉपिक का टाइमिंग रिपोर्ट देन यू विल हैव अरे स्पीकर और टेबल अच्छा वो याद दिलाया इसको इधर पे रखता हूँ क्या
बिस्किट भी लगा दिया वो वोटिंग का भी लगा दिया
तो इसमें लिखने का है
अरे अपने पास नोट्स रहता
उसको नहीं मैंने बोला
ये लोग चले जाएंगे अटेंडेंस फिर मेरे को सुनाएंगे
दिया अभी कहाँ है इधर बाहर नहीं इसकी इधर ही है अंदर ही है
All the best. You have your mic.
General Evaluator, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmasters, guests, namaskar again. My target speaker is Toastmaster Meenakshi, who's sitting poised with a pen. Okay. The fact here is I am a newbie evaluator making my debut, and my target speaker is the sitting division champion for ISC. Stupendously unfair. To start off, this was a level 1 project 3 persuasive influence speech where her purpose was to research and present information, lot of information. Her speech was packed with information, 1:66, 1:44. A lot of data was presented to us and without support. So she was speaking freehand and there was no support, no reference, and she delivered a lot of data to us, which was really commendable. She spoke about causes or the lack of them, or made it very clear to us that causes for certain conditions are more opinions or myths or understanding and no real scientific proof. This learning which she has embedded in our heads is very important in my opinion. She also spoke of treatments or the lack of it. She also spoke of ways you spot correctly or incorrectly someone who's on the spectrum. She spoke of diagnosis. She also had a little call to action for us to do something about it. Overall, a nice speech, but I wouldn't be doing my job as an evaluator if I didn't have something to recommend or poke holes into a nice speech. So starting my poking hole process, firstly, I thought that throughout the speech, I was looking for what is she getting at? What is she getting at? And maybe I didn't get a sufficient answer in the end. So that could be something I would challenge her with. Secondly, for a speaker of her caliber, I found the speech to have a little less flow. The speech today felt abrupt, shifted abruptly, had rude Schumacher turns. I would have preferred a smoother drive. So that is another recommendation I would give her for this speech. Thirdly, a little AV, some kind of support presentation. I don't know if it was a technical difficulty or it was a conscious decision. It was missing. There could be two opinions on this. You could say it takes away attention from the speaker. You could say it adds to the speaker. So if you say it takes away, it is a commendation. If you say it adds, then it is a recommendation. Then she used the word of the day and the phrase of the day. I did not find too many rough edges in her speech. And overall, I would request her to keep regaling us with her speeches going forward. Namaskar.
Thank you very much. Toastmaster Sai Shruti, that was a very well evaluated remark. Now, please help me welcome Toastmaster Deepak to evaluate. Okay. All right. My mistake, I stand corrected. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Anand to evaluate Toastmaster Akshaya. Toastmaster Akshaya's speech. All the best. Here's your mic.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Thank you, Akshaya, for delivering that stupendous speech. Especially, I like the part where the message was very clear to bring out the child in you. Wasn't it entertaining for all of us? Kudos to you for achieving the purpose of your project to deliver a humorous speech. I'll break my evaluation into commendations followed by the recommendations. One of the first things that I really like is the audience involvement. She came to, connected with all of us by telling to do an activity, to close your eyes and anticipating, and we were deeply anticipating what would she be coming up with. And that was audience involvement, and that got that attention of all the audience, especially me. Thank you for that. The second thing was the props that you got, which helped you aid in your speech. So even though it was not even before invoking humor through the speeches, you used a prop to convey humor. So that was again a wonderful thing that you did, Akshaya. And finally, the most important thing are the stories. The stories that she could convey about the various stories about she changing the ringtone of her mother, and then through the various movies. So all those were like wonderful things. Now, at the same time, I am someone who loves subtitles in movies. So, here are some of the things that I could find some improvement you can bring in your speech. The first one was the pauses. So throughout the speech, I felt like you were rushing it out. You finished the speech in around 6 minutes 33 seconds when you had a whole another minute to finish it off. So that is something. How you can improve that is timing is using pauses, especially when the first story or the humor which you did. So it's very important to set up the story. So so even though you had simplicity and stories throughout, unexpectedness, you straight away gave out the thing. Okay, I changed the ringtone. Whereas we are all waiting for an unexpected. Same thing they did with the bunny thing, bunny ear thing. You could have said, my mom was sitting in a laptop, and in the midst of it, there was a moo. And then you say, I changed it. Okay, so that creates that sense of unexpectedness. So that is number one. Number two is know your audience. So know your audience is all about, see, you went on to the later part of the stories, which are all about movies. And some of the movies I couldn't connect with. Sorry, I didn't see that. So I couldn't connect with that. So knowing your audience, whether they know that stories, whether they would really connect with it, is important. In the first story, you had built credibility because it was your personal story. In the next two things, it was not your story. It was some story. I watched it, you watched it, but maybe somebody did not watch it. And third one is you jump from one story to another, one story, two story, three story, four story. And then so it's like, okay, one story, ha, ha, okay, next story, ha, ha, and third story, oh, should I laugh? Okay, everybody is laughing. Okay, let me laugh. So wait for it, build a connect, and that's how you bring out humor. To summarize, you had nice audience involvement, you had props, and you had wonderful stories by introducing pauses, and knowing your audience is very important. You can definitely bring out more humorous stories. Thank you. Kudos to you.
Thank you very much, Master Anand. So you can't whistle a symphony, you need an orchestra. So we have our tag team to give away the most critical part of the evaluation, the tag evaluation. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Vidya to provide the timer's report. All the best.
Thank you. So I'll be giving timing report of the evaluators. Toastmaster Sangeeta Shruti took 2 minutes and 47 seconds. She is qualified. Toastmaster Anand took 3 minutes and 35 seconds to complete just few seconds. And so Toastmaster Anand is not qualified. And regarding the role, I would say rough around the edges. This role might seem simple, but it is not. With all these beautiful speeches, it is very difficult to focus and remind yourself you are the timer. Please keep attention on the time. Thank you so much. It was wonderful doing the show. Over to you, Chandralal.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Vidya. Moving ahead, please help me welcome Toastmaster Saish to provide the R counters report for today's meeting.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Toastmaster Meenakshi used and so a short pause one time during her presiding officer session. Then Toastmaster Arun entirely used and so and other repetitions twice each. Toastmaster Vidya used so and 2 times each. Then in the speeches, Toastmaster Meenakshi used and well but 1 time each and 3 times. Toastmaster Akshaya used and well and 1 time each. Then in the table topic session, I guess Toastmaster Ruben used but 2 times. Balakrishna used 2 times. Simran used 3 times and I 2 times. Akshaya used and well 1 time each. Then Toastmaster Pramod used so 2 times and 2 times. A general evaluator has used well 2 times. And in evaluations, Toastmaster Sangeeta Shruti used and 2 times. Toastmaster Anand used and so 1 time each. Thank you. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Saish. Please help me welcome the grammarians report, and for that, please help me welcome Toastmaster Krati for the grammarians report for today's meeting. All the best.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Toastmaster Arun used the word of the day in phrase of the day in the beginning itself. Then Toastmaster Meenakshi and Toastmaster Akshaya also used the word of the day and phrase of the day one times in both of their respective speeches. Toastmaster Parita used the word of the day 3 times and phrase of the day 2 times during all her table topic introduction until end. Then guest Yash he's the only guest who has used the word of the day in phrase of the day one times each. Toastmaster Vidya used word of the day 2 times and the phrase of the day 1 time. Sangeeta Shruti used Word of the day and phrase of the day, one times each, and Toastmaster Anand used word of the day once. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Krati. Now it's time for Thanos. It's time for Thanos to wear the Infinity Stones and to start find the rough part of the edges, rough things around the edges. And it's time now. The meeting was supposed to start at 5:30 p.m. and it started at what? 5:37 p.m. It's fine. The 7 minutes could have been avoided, and we'll surely do it next time. I'm very confident. Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Saish. He kick-started the meeting with a bang. The rules were very clearly stated. What can be included is something different, a quote, a message that can break the monotone in every meeting. So that is a small recommendation that I can give you. Presiding officer, Toastmaster Meenakshi, talked about cribbing. And I have nothing to crib about your performance. You had a lot of data in your opening remarks. That itself says that you were going to deliver a speech on research and data collection. Toastmaster Vidya, the timer of today's meeting, provided the instructions very clearly. What you probably missed were the timing for the prepared speeches. You stated it as the midpoint, the minimum time, and the ending time. You can actually state the time 5, 6, and 7. If I'm not wrong, we'll discuss later. Toastmaster Saish, you did count all the R counts, the crutch word. What you missed out on were the usage of repetitive words. Okay, yes. That can also be included in your report. The grammarian chose very simple, very easily usable word of the day and phrase of the day. It was propagated time and again. That is the success of the grammarian as well, because it was very commonly used. Very stupendously done job. Now let's come to the prepared speeches. Toastmaster Meenakshi spoke about the spectrum, people on the spectrum. First of all, hats off for choosing a topic like this, not commonly spoken, and it was very sensitively and sensibly taken and delivered. I think that is the success of your speech. You first gave a top view, and then you went to the causes of the condition and also came to the results or the effects of the condition. One small bonus recommendation before I begin the recommendations, that when you state the data, you also state the source of the data. So that is something you can definitely work on. One more thing you can definitely work on is your involuntary hand gestures. That will surely help for your ISC as well. Your delivery looks more clean when you have a control on your hand gestures. I felt that you were very commonly using this gesture again and again. And one thing that your speech was missing was a call for action in the end. Of course, we should be more responsible towards people having that condition. But how can we be responsible? You know, when we see a particular child with that condition, how do you talk to that child? How do you talk to their parents? Some recommendation on those area, I think, would have helped. It would have actually made your speech more wholesome. You know, that is something I want to suggest. Toastmaster Sangeeta Shruti, I will get on to your evaluation, but extra marks to you first for outlining the objectives in a detailed manner. So extra points to you for that. Speaker number 2, Toastmaster Akshaya. I loved your speech. I felt that the word I noted down was that your speech was very chatty. And people who are chatty are very persuasive. It felt like I was talking to a friend. Your anecdotes, your narratives, the examples, the story, those funny stories. It felt like I was talking to a friend more than speech. One thing you can also work on is your involuntary back and forth movements that I was observing. Your speech had some really good punchlines, some really good witty statements, but what you can work on is your timing. Although your punchlines were funny, but they didn't land very well. And also your speech was very fast paced. And you should give some time for the audience to retain your jokes. For example, when you said Game of Thrones, it was a punchline that was very quickly introduced and you jumped to the next part of the speech. You can actually say, you know what, my ringtone is Game of Thrones. That can probably help you. Now coming to the table topic master, Toastmaster Parita. Very simple topics. Yeah, what I really liked about the table topic session was that you urged everyone to speak. And once the speech was completed, you had something to add to that speak. And you also urged everyone to use the word of the day and phrase of the day. That many table topic masters don't do. So kudos to you for that. One recommendation is that you didn't strictly use the convention. So when you introduce a topic, the name of the speaker, topic, and the name of the speaker. I somehow felt that you were stating the topic and then the name of the speaker. So probably you can work on that. And also a bonus recommendation to you can be that you can use different formats for table topics. So there's a lot of scope for you to innovate, experiment, and involve the audience. You can have extempores in different ways. You can have storytelling. You can have ad match. So a different format can probably excite the guests who are attending meetings regularly. Coming to the detailed evaluations, Toastmaster Sai Shruti and Toastmaster Anand, they didn't look like newbies evaluating this. So big round of applause for them. First of all, Toastmaster Sai Shruti, you didn't look like a newbie because your evaluation was very detailed. More importantly, your evaluation was very intellectual. You have very good observation skill. You had dissected every statement, every pretext in the speeches with a careful and with a detailed evaluation, and I liked that. Some recommendations is that when you recommend something or when you provide indications of certain things, like when you indicated that there were deviations in Toastmaster Meenakshi's speech, you can also go and state where were the indications, what were the problems and how she can rectify that. Probably if she was deviating from the main topic, what was the point where she was deviating? Where did she deviate to? That can probably add more value to the speech. And another recommendation to use that the CRC approach was missing in your speech. You start with commendation and then recommendation. You should also summarize your evaluation in the end so that the audience remembers what were the recommendations. Finally, Toastmaster Anand, I somehow felt that your evaluation was very wholesome, very detailed, very structured. One thing you should work on is the timing. You had very little time to finish and you were not even keeping track of the time. So probably you can work on that. I understand when you're very passionate about someone's speech, you had a lot. It happens for me. I actually was going to get disqualified in the contest very recently. So when you're very much involved in an evaluation, you tend to lose track of the time, but you should always keep that in mind. To end the session, Toastmaster of the day. Toastmaster Arun Pandey, I absolutely loved the topic. You started with the 6 elements, you introduced the 6 elements, and then you went into each of the element in detail. So that was very simple for us to understand what the theme is. It had a lot of surprise element to excite us. So there was an element of unexpectedness also. It had some really concrete and significant examples close to our lives, something we can relate to and talk about. There was an element of credibility because you, as a very successful leader, as a president, speaking about it, it gives that credibility that is translated from you to the others. You did play with emotions with your voice modulation, with your expression. You did play with emotions as well. So we were engrossed in your remarks throughout. You had a lot of stories to tell, very real life examples to share. And probably I'll probably go ahead and fill this last S, as it was a very, very stupendously chosen theme. And I'm sure you will have more and more stories to share all over. To conclude, I would say that I absolutely liked today's meeting. There was a lot for me to learn. I'm sure you guys did learn a lot as well. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day. Toastmaster.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. A big round of applause to our general evaluator of the evening, Toastmaster Aditya. I don't know where he picked that clue that I am calling him Thanos, but I'm really sorry if that happened. Maybe due to eye contact, but let me tell you, he is younger brother, and I'm very proud of him, what he's doing in his professional and personal life. He's not Thanos, he is maybe Superman. Thanks a lot for being the G of the evening. Well, I would like to tell a little more about 2 last components, emotions and stories. Emotions, as you know, can play a lot with your whole thing. So when Facebook started, have you experienced that when you are scrolling, you find religious post and saying that if you scroll down without liking it, you will burn in hell or something like that? Yeah, what they are doing are playing with emotions. That is the thing about. And I have a larger story to tell about emotions, but since we are running out of time, I'll cut it short. And then I'll go to the stories. Have you interacted with any firefighters? Anyone in the room? So the firefighters, imagine their life. They are really courageous people. And when they die, their stories also die. So what they do when they meet after one event of fire, they swap the stories. What went right, what went wrong. And that's how the stories, the learnings pass on from one firefighter generation to another. And they try, now I don't know, they would have created a repository of it and maybe reading it, but that's how they do. That's how they used to do when things were not digital. So that's the power of stories. They learn. Otherwise, one firefighter, when they made the mistake, they did not share with another person, and the person same person made the mistake. I mean, next person made the same mistake again. So that's the power of stories. And for this theme, I would like to thank Toastmaster Anand, who gifted me, who lent me his book, Made to Stick. And I read the book, and it was really enriching. So with this, thanks a lot to all of you for listening to me this evening. And I invite presiding officer, Toastmaster Meenakshi to stage.
Thank you. So how was the meeting? That's a success as a grammarian. So before moving on, I would like to invite someone very special to please share his reviews about the meeting. We have with us Area Director Toastmaster Rajendra with us. He is Area M2 Director. Our Agnel Toastmasters Club falls under Area M2. So please.
Thank you, presiding officer. You are always managed to give some table topic to me, and today also. So I'm supposed to give feedback one-to-one to all the XCOM, but since you have asked me to give it, and I'm going to share the same thing with everyone out here. I always enjoy to come here and attend the annual Toastmasters meeting because the environment is so vibrant. The meetings are stupendously good, I should say. I was not supposed to come today because tomorrow we have TLTP, the leadership training program, and being one of the conveners, my day was busy. So I thought I did not come here today because it will. Yes. The reason behind that, the last 2 days, I stopped doing anything work in the office and I was doing only for this, working for this program. And today afternoon, I got so fed up. I said, night I put the message and I called him. I said, can I come to a meeting as a visit? Okay. So that is how I think where the success of the annual club is there, where everyone thinks the time well spent, the stress is relieved, and you learn something new always out here. And would like to keep doing the same tradition here now. I think.
Thank you so much, Area Director. Your presence means a lot to us and your words mean a lot more. So time for the awards. Toastmaster Saish will be sharing a QR code. Oh, he's looking shocked. Okay, I'll do that. So just scan it and you will be able to see the categories for the awards. Poll करते रहेंगे तभी we can. Be careful of what you scan. You never know.
So has everybody finished the scanning? क्या दिख रहा है? So you will be able to see the best speaker. Please vote for me. किसका है वो? ये नहीं कर सकता है। भरा ही नहीं लोगों ने, ये सबने कहा है। अरे बाहर। Okay. Before moving on, who has the attendance book? No one. Are we passed it? Oh, it's yeah. So I think this left side is done, if I'm not wrong. So my right side, folks, please. Yeah, वो suddenly कहीं से निकला. You'll now be able to see the best table topic speaker vote. Toastmaster Rajendra, are you voting? क्या? They do it every time. Next page वो बना दो. Okay, there is one general observation that in the attendance sheet there is a column of M or G, that is member or guest. People have written male or female. Yeah, we are not discriminating. Okay, my phone is here. Here. Okay, Toastmaster Saish is reactivating the first, deactivating or reactivating. Oh, ठीक है, तो नहीं बोलो ना फिर. First is done. So whoever has not voted, whoever is lazy to scan the QR code. Yeah. It's like 20 people voted, so it's not. The other 14 should know by now. Done. Table topic speaker also done. Done. Have you all voted for the best table topic speaker? Yes. Next, we'll not have the best evaluator vote because only one qualified person. Are you able to see the tag? Vidya, are you able to see the tag? And the last one is the big three. Huh, tag na? It just keeps reducing. One person has voted now. Yeah. Vidya, more. Yeah. And the last one is the big three. So for guests, it is between the Toastmaster of the day, the general evaluator, and the table topic master. Saish will give a party for this. Some plotting against Toastmaster Arun is going on. Oh. Ah! Yeah. Okay, while this is going on, I wanted some feedback from the guests. So, guests who came for the first time today. Yes, how was the meeting? Louder, please. Yep. Thank you. Anybody who first meeting today? Yes. How was the meeting? Thank you. Anybody else? Yes, Simran. Okay, the word of the day is now banned. Thank you. Thank you so much. We also have new members who have just joined us from February. And for that, I would request our president, Toastmaster Arun, to come on stage to do their installation, please.
So can I invite the new members to stage? I'll announce the names. Those who are present, please come. Toastmaster Wasim, Toastmaster Vinay, Toastmaster Rashmi, Toastmaster Balakrishna. Please come, please come. So good to have you all here. No, it's a induction ceremony. Oh, photo first. So something interesting happened. Please wait. I'll take 2 minutes. So something interesting happened in the break, Toastmaster Rajendra. So one person told me that he is not very much comfortable with the stage. So what I'm going to do is, all three friends here spoke in table topics, right? All three of you spoke. So I'll request Toastmaster Vasil to tell me his just name and how was the meeting today.
Hi guys, you may if I go wrong somewhere, don't try to troll me or bash me after that.
No, we are friends here. We just take party. We just take party. Go ahead, share.
For the first time, I'm giving a speech in front of a large.
It's not a speech. You are just interacting. They are friends. All right,
So
go ahead.
I reside at Nehru, and I work as a data analyst in one of the MNC. So it was a nice time. In fact, though I have not participated, but there was a lot of things I have learned from that. So I'll try to instill that thing in me and try to next time when I come, hope I would able not for at least 2 words I will say. And
Round of applause to the man. Thank you. Thank you so much. Now is the time for induction. So I'll say the pledge on your behalf. And if you agree to it, just say yes, all 4 of you. Okay. And then we'll take the same pledge from the members as well. Membership in Toastmasters is a privilege, and the only way to gain the benefits of our program is to actively participate. Do you, Toastmaster Wasim, Toastmaster Vinay, Toastmaster Balakrishna, and Toastmaster Rashmi, promise to be active members of this club, to attend meetings regularly and prepare fully for your duties?
Yes.
Loudly.
Yes.
Thank you. Now to the club. Do you, the members of Agnal Toastmasters Club, promise to support Toastmaster Wasim, Toastmaster Vinay, Toastmaster Bala, and Toastmaster Rashmi as they work the Toastmaster program? Yes. Thank you. It's my pleasure to declare you as installed members of Agnal Toastmasters Club. Congratulations. Just wait, just wait. Yeah, thank you. Can someone take a picture, please? I still have this ribbon that I got from the then president of the club. It reminds me why I'm here. Just flash it for the photo. Thank you so much. Anyone else who was installed, inducted, and doesn't have the ribbon? I'll rephrase the question. I'll rephrase the question. Anyone who has been inducted in last 3 months and doesn't have the ribbon, please come. Please come. You have enough? We need, please come. We need 3 more. Yeah. Guys, can we take one picture? You were already inducted. It's just that we didn't have the ribbons that time. Yeah, let's take a picture. All of us are coming? Flash it, flash it. Thank you. Thank you. May I now invite our presiding officer to the stage for the award ceremony?
Thank you. Okay, best speaker. What do you think, my propaganda worked or no? No, it didn't work. Toastmaster Akshaya, best speaker. Party.
I'm waiting for a few more. Toastmaster Arun, I'm waiting for a few more of these. Huh? Still missing one.
इतना ही मिलेगा. Okay, best top 3. Who do you think won? Top 3: TMOD, GE, and TTM. और थोड़ा. Whoever is giving party, we'll just put their name. Okay. It is G. Congratulations. Congratulations, really well done.
Thank you very much.
Are you dating over there? Candid. Thank you.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you. Party. Okay, guesses for the best table topic speaker. Are you guess? It's not like I will charge you if you get it wrong or something. Itna kannada. Which they forgot. That is the point. Yeah. Toastmaster Vinay. First day as member and best table topic speaker.
Let me plot both of it together.
Yeah. Thank you. Guesses for the best tag team. Okay, I'll give you a hint. This person has to give a party, like has to all of us. इतना वसूल तो देना तो पड़ेगा. Thank you. Party. Like, thank you so much. We had a splendid meeting, not stupendous, splendid meeting. And with this, I declare the end of meeting number 301, and we are open to networking.